Hello and welcome to Business Today. I'm Siddharth Zarabi and we have with us two very important policy makers from Maharashtra here with us in Davos for the World Economic Forum. Mr. Subhash Desai, the Cabinet Minister for Industry and Mining in the government of Maharashtra, and Nitin Raut, who is the Cabinet Minister for Energy in the state of Maharashtra. And before we begin this conversation, I'm going to request my cameraman colleague to try and show us the Maharashtra booth, MIDC, right behind us, India at Davos 2022, and the Indian emblem here, Make in India. And Maharashtra is one of those states that actually manifests the India manufacturing story. Not now, but for decades, it's been an industrial powerhouse where all manner of manufacturing activity and services happen. Subhaji, I'm going to start with you. You are here 2 years of the pandemic, once again hard selling the Maharashtra story and the India story. What is the key message that you've been giving to all those people who you're meeting?
It is rightly mentioned that Maharashtra has been the industrial powerhouse of India. And we are proud to be here at Davos World Economic Forum. We are in active process of negotiations with different global groups who wish to invest in Maharashtra. There are back-to-back meetings with the CEOs and the company managing directors. Today we signed many MOUs with about 23 companies amounting to worth say 30,000 plus crores of rupees. And I am really happy to mention here that these investments are coming from various countries. Countries like United States, Singapore, Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, and so on. And of course, from the Indian investors
As well.
as well.
Subhaji, I have to interrupt you here because I don't mean to get into politics, but a lot of our viewers sometimes say, "Arey, what does this MOU mean? Every state announces thousands and thousands of crores, but hota kuch nahi hai, aata nahi hai paisa." I ask you this question seriously, not to provoke you, but is this real, this 30,000 crore?
ये ऐसी बात नहीं है. These MOUs are very serious MOUs.
Okay.
We have checked and rechecked
Okay.
about the credentials and the seriousness about their investments. And many companies we have allotted lands. So
That is proof.
one who buys land
Is
would never run away. So these are the MOUs which would be implemented 100% or at least 80%. That much I am quite sure. And therefore, the Maharashtra is looking to the realization of real industrial progress.
That's a good point. And before I go to Nitinji, I just want to try and tell our viewers that while we are walking, and this seems to be a very nice walk, the weather has changed suddenly. And why I say this is because from sunny spring to a bout of rain. Nitinji, you are the energy minister, and green energy, energy that is not carbon intensive is the key story. Let's quickly cross the road before. What is the key message that you are picking up from prospective investors? Because a lot of global companies, Nitinji, are now not wanting to invest in what is called old style technology. Thermal, coal is no longer in favor, Nitinji.
See, actually, Maharashtra is having lot of potential. Regarding Mumbai, you know that there is a seashore, there is a air connectivity, there is a railway connectivity, and there is a people workman force also there. So, lot of industrialists is looking forward Maharashtra, and they are thinking to invest in Maharashtra only. Regarding clean and green energy also, lot of industrialists met us today, and they have MOUs with us like Greenco. Secondly, our this Sinha's company Renew,
Yes.
and one Abjetri company here who is working in Swiss for smart meter. They are also approached to us. Some the storage pump storage electricity. Some companies that approach us for that. Some for smart meters also. So lot of people have approached us and they want to invest in our state, and we have already invited them. Like Mr. Subhash Desai have told you that today they have signed 24,000 crores investment in Maharashtra. So it shows that how potential is in Maharashtra.
Nitinji, since we are talking about green energy, solar power, I want you to tell our viewers about the coal issue. Why I'm asking you, you know, it's been a very hot summer, unprecedented summer, and we realized two things. One, that we need coal if we have to keep the country running. And while we talk about green energy, it's some distance away. And the second, we realize that can solar power suddenly deliver when demand goes so high? What is your own sense from this crisis that actually was well managed by the state and center? I will not point fingers. What is the learning that you have yourself seen?
Actually, you know that our country was in power crisis, is in power crisis right now also. It goes up to 2.5 year again forward. But the Maharashtra is the only state where you cannot find a load shedding, though other 18 states are having load shedding in their states. So we have managed in such a way that macro management, our CM has taken meetings, and we have taken
But
meetings.
sir, Mumbai, I've lived in Mumbai in my childhood, and it used to be said you can do two things in Mumbai. You can drink tap water, and the power never goes. The word inverter was not known.
Correct.
But my colleagues now tell me that this year it's not been the same when it comes to power in Mumbai as well.
Because there was so huge heat was so much there. And second thing, there was early summer also, temperature got very high. So those were the things which has created some problem there. And because of that only, for a few period, only it has gone, that power.
So, what is the lesson for a state like Maharashtra? Continue to invest in coal as well while you develop green.
See that in these 4 5 years, the demand of the power sector is quite high. 137 million billion megawatt, gigawatt, they want power there. So we are providing that power every day, and the requirement we are fulfilling properly. But Mumbai is expanding now.
Okay.
Quite a lot.
Right.
Quite a lot it is expanding. The population is growing. The industrialization is fastly developing. So in that way, we have to embedded power, which was embedded for Mumbai only. Is it? So now we have to expand it also to the MMR region.
Nitin, I have no doubt about what you are doing. My question is slightly simple. And because everyone says green energy valuations, sir, there is no alternative for at least 2-3 decades without coal. Am I wrong or right?
You are not wrong. It is very correct. Green energy should be there. That's why we are inviting our solar peoples here. We are have contacts with the pump storage generators, and they came. And they have told us that, assured us that we are coming tomorrow also. We will have make a MOU here.
Right.
So I think in a green energy, people are looking after Rajasthan to Maharashtra, because the heat rate in our Usmanabad, Bid districts, part of the Marathwada, and slightly part of the Vidarbha region is very good.
Absolutely.
So that's why, and the workforce is also very less amount.
Right.
So they have not invested much. So in cheaper rate, they will get the workforce. So for that, and land is also cheaper. Hence, they are coming, looking to Maharashtra.
Subhaji, since we are talking about industry, and I want to take up this subject about the opportunity in semiconductors. Your state is pushing for it. And before you answer, I just want to tell our viewers in the 70s, Maharashtra missed that bus. That semiconductor plant went to Mohali because land was offered only for 1 rupee. Subhaji, what are you doing to make sure that you will get a semiconductor investment?
Yes, few years back, some industries went to other states that we know. But now we are actively negotiating with investors from globe who are ready to invest in semiconductors in the state of Maharashtra.
What are they asking of you? What are they looking for?
There are many issues and they are comparing those incentives between the state and states. Now, beyond a limit, no state can offer because we have to take care of the socio-economic state.
Sir, Tesla didn't come because it didn't get import duty from the center. I'm not holding Maharashtra responsible,
It was not responsible.
right? But would you have wanted to offer something to Tesla?
But we're not worried about Tesla's decision still pending because 50% components required by Tesla are sourced from state of Maharashtra. From Pune, Aurangabad, all our vendors are manufacturing spare parts, components for Tesla. So 50% Tesla is being manufactured in
This is a
Maharashtra.
clear headline, and I must say this to our viewers. I did not know about this. Subhash Desai, the Industries Minister of Maharashtra, is telling us that Tesla is sourcing from Maharashtra. This is fantastic, and perhaps that 50% should also become 100%. Tesla is an example of a big company saying, "Give us tax concessions, sir. Our country, center and state, everyone needs revenue." You see what is happening on oil. Do you, in principle, agree with this demand for tax breaks?
See, in taxation, state alone cannot commit to the investors since now GST regime, wherein GST regime, which is shared by government of India as well as the states. So we cannot on our own commit anything that would not be correct. But there are other factors where a state can certainly support the investors. And here, availability of land, availability of infrastructure, and more so in the manpower pool. And
the quality
complete
of life also,
ecosystem.
perhaps.
Yeah.
See, the skilled and educated manpower is available in the state. Nowhere else people would find the educated, skilled youth in such a large number like Maharashtra. So here we are stronger than any part, and therefore we are pitching for more and more semiconductor manufacturers. And I'm sure I would not share you at this stage any names, but I'm sure in near future we will make the announcements.
I'll wish you the very best for that. And before we wind up this conversation, one last question with you. And that question has to do with the automotive capital that Maharashtra is, along with Tamil Nadu and a few other places. A lot of investments had come in. 2 years of the pandemic and disruption, semiconductor availability and other issues. Today, what is the situation as far as the automotive industry is concerned? Because it's a big employer in your state.
You name any big brand busy in automotive sector, they are present in Maharashtra. And therefore, Maharashtra is known as Detroit of India. That is okay. Now we have introduced our EV policy. And this policy has been designed and introduced by 3 departments coming together. Department of Environment, Department of Industries and Transport. We are offering very attractive incentives and taking care of demand side as well as supply side.
मैं आपको interrupt करूं. What about the safety question? Electric scooters catching fire. I'll not take names of brands. People have died. I have this feeling that there is a gap, either at the state or central level, about quality, about standardization. I don't mean that our entrepreneurs have done wrong, but it is an issue. Are you seized of that?
There is an issue of catching fires, but the experts would certainly look into that and there would be solutions. There are many road accidents happening year on year. Nobody has stopped using vehicles. So,
Or has the sale been banned?
no sale has been banned. So naturally, when the challenges come, we have to find the solutions. And we are confident that people will find the solutions. But EV is the future. And EV has already landed. Maharashtra has the largest sale in electric vehicle sector. And therefore, we look forward becoming country's EV hub. That is Maharashtra.
EV hub and Subhaji, the final thing. And I'll ask you about coal once again. Because without power, without that bulb shining, without enough electricity to light up your home and your business, industry cannot function. One last point. Would you agree that in all of this, power rates have gone very high? And when you talk to private industry, they also have some doubts. Again, this is not about Maharashtra alone, where PPAs are not being honored or prices are not being allowed to raise. थोड़ा flexibility की आवश्यकता है.
बिल्कुल आवश्यकता है फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी की. भारत सरकार ने इसको एसेंशियल कमोडिटीज करके देखना चाहिए. बिजली के बगैर आज कोई भी जिंदा रह नहीं सकता, चाहे गरीब से गरीब हो या अमीर से अमीर हो.
सर, एसेंशियल कमोडिटी हो तो फिर फ्री में भी देना बंद करना चाहिए ना, राज्य सरकारों को, नेताओं को, राजनेताओं को.
फ्री का तो इशू ही नहीं रहता, क्योंकि यहाँ पर बिजली पैदा करने के लिए खर्चा करना पड़ता है, इन्वेस्टमेंट बड़ी होती है. और भारत सरकार ने देखना चाहिए कि कोल कंपनियां उनकी कैसी काम कर रही, उनका मैनेजमेंट किस प्रकार से है, वे जो उसके रेट है, जो भाव ठहराते हैं. 40% डोमेस्टिक कोल में हाइक कर दिया ऐसे वक्त, जबकि
आपने भी तो कोई नया प्लांट नहीं लगाया थर्मल पावर का महाराष्ट्र में, कम से कम मेरी जानकारी में. गलती हो सकती है.
नहीं, नया प्लांट हम कैसे लगाएंगे?
पुराने ही नहीं चल रहे हैं.
पुराने पूरे प्लांट चल रहे हैं. हमारे 27 के 27 प्लांट चालू है. और हमारा पीएलएफ जो है 85% से 90% पे गया हुआ है. और हम पूरा 8000 मेगावाट पर डे दे रहे हैं हम स्टेट को.
और डाबोल का तो हो गया सत्यानाश, उसकी स्टोरी.
इट इज अ गैस, एपीएम गैस इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर दैट. Commitment from government of India, they are not fulfilling it. So what can I do? No one can look into it, because government of India is involved. They have to look into it. They have to do the management in coal sector also. Okay. Not only the issue of raising the rate of the coal.
And do you mean that the state doesn't have to do anything, not just Maharashtra but other states? Isn't it also their responsibility to fix the power sector? It is after all a concurrent subject.
देखिए, मैं तो ये कहूंगा कि जमीन हमारी, हमारे प्रदेश की, माइनिंग हमारे यहाँ होती है और हमारे यहाँ कोयला निकलता है, लेकिन हमको भी वो चीपर रेट से नहीं मिलता. हमको भी माइंस दूसरे स्टेट में लेनी पड़ती है. तो ये जो है,
सुभाष माइनिंग मिनिस्टर है. सुभाष माइनिंग हो रही है. हैव यू मैनेज्ड टू गेट एनी न्यू माइंस डन, फॉर एग्जांपल फॉर कोल एंड नॉट जस्ट कोल, फॉर अदर इंपॉर्टेंट मिनरल्स?
As Mr. Raut rightly mentioned, this mining business is also managed jointly. It is a concurrent list. There is an act, and that is controlled by government of India. Okay, all the mines of coal are controlled by Coal India. So now they should streamline the supply, at least to the states where the coal is sourced. But we are not getting adequate supplies at these critical times. So we look forward to more cooperation and joint efforts to ease the situation.
At the same time, government of India is asking us to purchase the imported coal, whereas their rates are doubled.
यूक्रेन
के कारण वो दुगने हो चुके हैं और वो कह रहे हैं कि परचेज करो. तो मुझे बताइए कि प्रदेश क्या करेंगे? तो कुछ रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की बनती है.
I think we'll end this interview in this rain as it gets a bit heavier. On a positive note, that at Davos in Switzerland, where the global elite is here, our states are here, Maharashtra is here, 2 senior ministers are here, hard selling the investment story. And if you are among those cynics who believe इससे क्या होता है, घूम के आ रहे हैं, पैसे खर्च हो रहे हैं, trust me, whatever is done, even if 10% comes true, there will be more employment. And both these ministers will agree that is the ultimate objective of public policy. I have enjoyed this conversation in the rain in Davos, and I want to thank Subhash Desai ji and Nitin Raut ji for being such great sports in the rain with us. Thank you very much, sir. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप आए. Namaskar. And with that, we'll bring this conversation to end. If you've been, thank you very much for watching.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.